Hey there, bookworms and history buffs. We all know the American Revolution was a big deal, right? But what they don't tell you in textbooks are the crazy, unbelievable, downright bizarre stories that happened behind the scenes. We're talking spies, secret identities, and economic meltdowns that would make your history teacher's head spin. This isn't your grandma's history lesson. This is about the stuff they left out. Buckle up, because we're about to uncover the hidden side of the American Revolution, and trust me, you'll never look at a textbook the same way again. Welcome to Facts You Missed. If you like these type of videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Picture this. It's 1776. The American colonies are going head-to-head with the mighty British Empire, and the fate of a nation hangs in the balance. You might think of epic battles and famous generals, but some of the most important victories were won in the shadows. Enter the Culper spy ring, George Washington's secret weapon against the British. This wasn't just some ragtag group of gossip mongers. This was a sophisticated network of spies operating right under the noses of the British, feeding crucial information to General Washington himself. And the mastermind behind this clandestine operation? None other than Benjamin Tallmadge, Washington's head of intelligence. Tallmadge recruited a colorful cast of characters, including innkeepers, merchants, and even a woman known only as Agent 355. Agent 355, shrouded in mystery to this day, was a high-level operative who moved in elite British circles. But their methods were just as ingenious as their identities. Invisible ink, coded messages hidden in plain sight, and even laundry hanging on a clothesline. These were the tools of the trade for the Culper ring. They turned everyday objects into instruments of espionage, outsmarting the British at every turn. One of their most daring feats involved a double agent, a man who went by the code name 723. This guy was playing a dangerous game, pretending to spy for the British while secretly working for the Americans. The Culper ring's impact on the war was undeniable. They uncovered British troop movements, foiled enemy plans, and provided Washington with the intel he needed to outmaneuver his opponents. So, the next time you think of the Revolutionary War, remember that it wasn't just fought on battlefields. It was fought in the shadows with whispers and invisible ink by ordinary people who risked everything to create a new nation. Now let's talk about bravery. Signing up to fight in a war takes guts, right? But imagine doing it while hiding your true identity, knowing that discovery could mean imprisonment or even death. That's exactly what Deborah Sampson did. Deborah wasn't content to sit on the sidelines while her country fought for freedom. She yearned for the battlefield. But there was one tiny problem. She was a woman in a time when women were expected to be, well, not soldiers. So what did Deborah do? She pulled a Mulan, of course. Donning men's clothing, she disguised herself as a man named Robert Shirtleff and enlisted in the Continental Army. For almost 2 years, Deborah lived a double life, fighting side by side with her fellow soldiers, all while keeping her true gender a secret. She endured grueling marches, faced enemy fire, and even participated in hand-to-hand combat, all while keeping her secret safe. But war is a dangerous business, and Deborah wasn't immune to its risks. On one occasion she sustained a serious leg injury. Now most soldiers would head straight for the medical tent, but not Deborah. Remember, her secret identity was on the line. So, what did she do? She dug deep, found her inner surgeon, and removed the musket ball herself. Despite the constant fear of exposure, Deborah's secret remained safe until she fell seriously ill. While unconscious, a doctor discovered her true identity, but instead of facing condemnation, she was honorably discharged and even received a pension for her service. Deborah Sampson's story is a powerful reminder that courage knows no gender. She defied societal expectations and proved that women were just as capable as men on the battlefield. Let's take a break from the battlefield and talk about something equally important: money. Believe it or not, the American Revolution wasn't just one with muskets and cannons, it was also a war of economics. And you know what's not very economically sound? Printing tons and tons of money. But that's exactly what the Continental Congress did, and it almost cost them the war. See, back then, paper money wasn't worth much unless it was backed by something like gold or silver. But the Continental Congress, desperate for funds to finance the war effort, started printing money like it was going out of style. As more and more continental dollars flooded the economy, their value plummeted like a lead balloon. This wasn't just some abstract economic theory. It had real-life consequences for everyday Americans, especially the soldiers fighting for their freedom. Imagine risking your life for your country, only to find out that your paychecks are practically worthless. That's what happened to countless soldiers during the Revolution. They couldn't afford basic necessities, and morale plummeted faster than the value of the continental dollar. The situation got so bad that the phrase, "not worth a continental," became a popular way of saying something was worthless. The Continental Congress eventually realized the error of their ways, but by then, the damage was done. It took years for the newly formed United States to stabilize its currency and establish a sound financial system. Time for a lighter topic: national symbols. We all know the majestic bald eagle as the emblem of the United States, a symbol of freedom and power. But did you know that Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers, thought the whole eagle thing was a terrible idea? Franklin, a man of science and reason, wasn't impressed by the eagle's reputation. He saw it as a bird of bad moral character, a scavenger that often stole food from other harder-working birds. Not exactly the image of a noble and virtuous nation, right? So what did Franklin propose as an alternative? The wild turkey. Yes, you heard that right. The bird we associate with Thanksgiving feasts was almost the national bird of the United States. Franklin argued that the turkey was a far more respectable bird, a native species to North America, unlike the eagle which could be found in many parts of the world. He admired the turkey's courage, its willingness to fight if necessary, and its strong family values. Despite Franklin's passionate arguments, the bald eagle ultimately won out, perhaps because its majestic appearance and association with power and freedom resonated more strongly with the newly formed nation. Can you imagine, though, if Franklin had gotten his way? We'd be saluting a turkey on the dollar bill, singing about the land of the free and the home of the turkey. It's enough to make you gobble with laughter. So, there you have it. The crazy, the unbelievable, the downright bizarre side of the American Revolution. We've journeyed from the shadows of espionage to the depths of economic turmoil, from secret identities to debates over national birds. Who knew history could be so wild? It just goes to show that behind every major historical event, there are countless untold stories waiting to be uncovered. Stories that challenge our assumptions and make us see the past in a whole new light. So, which of these facts shocked you the most? Did the spies, secret soldiers, or money problems surprise you? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more mind-blowing history facts.